My name is Ego Boyo. I'm the managing director of Temple Productions. Temple Productions is a production company, post-production and production company. We're based in Lagos. We've been in business now for over 20 years. Is it over 20 years? No. We've been in business for just a little under 20 years. Maybe about 18, 19. Yes, so we've been in the business for quite a while, and what we do is we make films. We make feature films, short films, documentaries, adverts. Recently we added another part of to the business, which is events, but only events for corporate clients that we're already working with. So if you do like a short film and they want a special launch, then we do things like that. So that's what Temple does. I have always wanted to act, but it was always mixed with also wanting to do something else, which was the law. Very predictable, but there you have it. So I always wanted to act. I got into acting right from school. I did study theatre arts, so obviously the acting continued. Got into that, did a bit of acting on television here in Nigeria, and decided that I wanted to produce. I had a little dabble into producing with Ego, who is the producer here, and I decided, look, this is something I can do. I manage people and resources very well, and I can, I don't want to say I'm a fixer, but I'm somebody that can get things done. I know how to get things done and do them very well and creatively. So I decided, look, let me try this. And I tried it once with Violated, which is a film I did with Anne. And then from there I just decided this is what I want to do. So I actually stopped acting and focused on producing. So there have been a lot of things. There have been people who have inspired me to do better. It's been a lot of different things. It's been people I've worked with, it's been friends and family, it's been my children at some point, my husband at some point. It's just been a lot of different people, but they've all inspired me to get to do this or that, or the people I've worked with. And it has also been the idea that we could do a fantastic job, a fantastic film in Nigeria, which when I started, it wasn't like there weren't good films, but there was something that wasn't quite there. And I thought, we can do this. And so I decided, look, let's see how it can be done. And that's what we did. So there have been different people and different things that have. The major challenge for most filmmakers in Nigeria is the lack of a distribution network and piracy. I haven't been able to overcome them. I don't think anybody has. But as you said, I have managed. I can give you a situation. We made a film. Then, of course, you now start thinking, where is this film going to be distributed? And remember, at the time, I said almost 20 years ago, there were no cinemas in Nigeria. No cinemas that were up and running. So you had to depend on video, your film going out on video, eventually VCD, and then DVD. And then you knew that there was going to be massive piracy there. So what we did was we did a premiere, which instead of just inviting people, I arranged like a film, like a film event where people would come, not only watch the film. We tied it into a Valentine's Day celebration, so it was an event. So it wasn't just come and watch the film and it's a premiere, because that was the only way we could make money before the film went out there to the pirates and it was, as you know, destroyed. So I didn't overcome it. I just managed. I managed with what I had, and it was successful. And I think that's what we've done with all the other films, and that's what most people do. You just manage the situation. For instance, this setup, and I think, what can we do with this? We could make a film. I might be driving on the road somewhere and something happens, and I think, if we just put that in a film, this, that. So to me, it's like instinct. It just happens. It's constantly in my head, those sort of thoughts. So I wouldn't say that there's one particular thing. It's just everything. I'm fortunate in the career that I've chosen, which is a creative career, to work when I want to work. It's not a 24/7 kind of job. So when you have that opportunity, if the creative juices are not flowing, what am I working out? What am I working for? I work when there's something, a project I want to do, a job that has hit my table, and when I'm inspired to do something. So I haven't had to sacrifice something to achieve that. I've been fortunate, quite fortunate in all that I've done. I know that when I was acting, what I did feel I was sacrificing was my privacy, and which is why it was such an easy decision to get away from acting and just focus on work behind the camera. I felt I was going to have to sacrifice my privacy, which was very important to me. And I think that's the only thing that I ever felt like, was being threatened. I have quite a bit of time to spend with family, friends, doing other things that I like. So producing was where I wanted to be. It was something, I liked the fact that I could be involved in a film from the very beginning to the end. As an actor, you come in, you get your script, you do your work, and you're gone. But as a producer, I'm involved from the very beginning. I sort of work with creating the actual product, and then I work with that product all the way to the end till it hits the market. And then you can even control how it hits the market, what it does, the decisions that are made. So that is what inspired me, that is what I liked. I didn't want to just stop and move on, get into character, do something else. And then again, as I said, the thoughts about sacrificing my privacy and all of that made it an easy decision to make, to move away from acting. I think the creative industries, I can't think of any other life than the creative life. I don't know what other people do who are not exactly creative, but I guess they live quite well without any problem. But for me, it's life. This is what it is. This is all that it is. And in terms of Nollywood, there are just so many things. I can't just give you one, some statement and say that is all it requires to fix Nollywood. I think Nollywood is a success story. It's come out of almost nothing and has achieved quite a lot in this short time. So I think it is a success story. Obviously, there are things that need to be sorted to make it even more successful than it is. And I think for me, the main thing would be establishing a distribution network. For me, for it to work for me as a business, it needs to be something where I can make money from. Therefore, I make a film and I know that it's going to pass through these channels and get to the right people, and my intellectual property, not only is it protected, but then I'm able to make a living from it. So I think for me, that would be the main thing. The structure that you're talking about would be if we could have a credible distribution network. And I think that cuts across most of the creative industries. Even the music people, they're also looking for that because they're hit with piracy constantly. And so, that's, for me, that is the main thing, yeah. Well, what is going on now, we're working on several projects, mainly for corporate clients. We're doing adverts and a short film and a documentary. And I'm also thinking about doing a film. I'm not actually thinking about it, we're actually working on a film, a feature film, one of the radio plays by Theatre. So we're working on that. And in 5 years, I want Tempo to have evolved. We're talking about social media, and it's something that I haven't entirely embraced. Yes, I have a Facebook page and all of that, which I hardly go on. But I do go on it when I want to advertise, so we've just been very quiet about certain aspects of it. But I think that's where we need to be. We want to evolve from just a regular production / post-production company and get into more digital, maybe animation, things like that. So that's what I'm thinking for Tempo. The next 5 years, that's what we want to do.